Hello, everyone. How are you today? I am Aimee Raupp of aimeeraupp.com, and I get to come to you live every single week and talk about really, I think, fun conversations, fun topics, mainly around women's health and fertility and vitality. And as many of you know, I am the best-selling author of the book Yes, You Can Get Pregnant, and I've been in the mode of helping women conceive and live their best life possible, helping them nourish and nurture themselves for 17 years. It'll be 17 years that I've been in clinical practice as an acupuncturist and herbalist. And I wrote Yes, You Can Get Pregnant, I think it's 6 years ago. My more recent book, Body Belief, is along the same lines. It's really about empowering you to take back control over your health and also change the thought patterning and the beliefs that you have that are limiting your life, and how to shift them. What I see a lot in my clinical practice is, oh, thank you so much. Yeah, how many of you have read these books or know of these books, or how many of you are brand new to me and can't wait to read my books, huh? I'd love to hear in the comments. But one thing I've learned in clinical practice, and now I also have a thriving online business where I coach with women all over the world. That's been for about the last 3 years. I've helped. Oh, see, you've read it. Yay! Which one have you read, Got Pugs? Yes, You Can Get Pregnant or Body Belief? Highlighted and gone deep with it. Love it. Oh, thank you so much, you guys. But what I've noticed, and in all the work I've done with women, again, all over the world, over here, Love Body Belief, thank you. Both, look at you. I love it. Thank you. I can't thank you guys enough for the support and trusting me. Trusting me. Love both your books. So informative. Thank you. Reading Body Belief right now. All right. Amazing. Yes, You Can Get Pregnant. Read it twice. Yay. Now we just need to get pregnant, right? I've read Body Belief. Today is day four of the Purify phase. Yay! I'm drinking my Purify smoothie now. I'm going to go buy Body Belief. Look at you guys. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So what I've noticed in all the work I've done with women for almost 2 decades, and then now coaching women all over the world and helping literally thousands of women at this point conceive when they were maybe told that they couldn't ever conceive, or their hormones were out of balance, helping them get their cycles back and then helping them get to that dream baby, is that their mindset, their beliefs play a tremendous role in their health. And so it's that thing where you just can't just do the supplements and maybe the diet and some of the affirmations, right? You really got to dig in. And I think there's a part that has to be grieved, especially if you're on the fertility journey. If this isn't as easy as you thought it was going to be, there's a piece that, one of my coaching clients said it to me yesterday when we talked, that she said, you've never put a name to this, but what I think, she just finished my elite program, which is the deepest dive I have. And I only take a small amount of women, and I spend like 3 intense months with them. And we meet every week, and there's lots of homework and lots of stuff. It's deep, on everything I've ever learned and taught, and I learn every time I do it. I've only done it 3 times so far, but she said to me, you don't title it this way, but what I think you're helping us do is grieve the fact that this was harder than it was supposed to be. You help us grieve it and get to peace around it. And then from there, we are just filled with ease, and we feel healthy, we feel vital, we feel vibrant. And then the baby comes, And so it was just so beautifully put that she kind of nailed it. I do know that's what I'm doing. I'm helping women process grief. Someone said it to me years ago, it wasn't fertility related, but things that were going on in my life, where you need to grieve the life you thought you were going to have. And it's a powerful message, and it's really stayed with me. And that's not to say, like, I'm not talking about like negative, going down in the dark, but just acknowledging, owning, accepting what is, because until you accept your life as it is, and embrace it, even if it doesn't have all the things you want in it yet, it's hard to move forward. It's hard to receive. It's hard to surrender. It's hard to receive guidance from, if you're spiritual. from above, it's hard because instead you haven't accepted it and you're fighting against it and you're pissed off. And I talk about this in all of my teachings and a lot in body belief, but there's all this talk about inflammation and how it causes disease. And now we see how inflammation impacts egg quality. It actually ages us before our time, so it can compromise our fertility. Like, you could be 35 and have the eggs of a 40-year-old because you're so emotionally inflamed, aka stressed out, aka angry as hell that your life is where it is. You're pissed off at everybody. You have shame. You're mad at your body. You're mad at the process. You're mad. You're mad. You're mad. You're sad. You're sad. You're sad. That leads to a lot of inflammation in the body, and it is not a hospitable environment to get pregnant in. It is just not going to generate the healthiest of babies or the healthiest of environments for this child to thrive in. So much of what I do, yes, diet is important. Yes, I look at lab works. Yes, I do the Dutch test with my girls. Yes, I'm looking at their genetics. And yes, there's supplements and we figure out the right protocol for them. And I'm all about methylfolate and, antioxidants and all that stuff. Yes, 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 super important. However, if you don't work on the thought processes, it's not going to shift the way you want it to. You're not going to. And for me personally, here's a little secret. I'm not in the business of helping women get pregnant. That's not what I do. I'm in the business of helping women become the best versions of themselves, mentally, emotionally, physically, nutritionally, spiritually. And from there, fertility thrives. And from there, you can be the kind of mother that your child needs. That's what I want for you, because I want you to rock the motherhood thing. I want you to rock life as a mom, because it can be a lot. And a lot of women in the fertility journey are really just stuck in the rat race of, they just want that positive pregnancy test. They don't care how they get it. They just want that positive. They just want that positive. I don't care how it comes. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'll do anything, anything, anything. And they're so disconnected from their heart. They're so disconnected from their peace, from their harmony, from what makes them thrive, what makes them happy, what makes them light up. They've just lost. Can you guys relate? Do any of you relate to that? The disconnect, that you lost who you are in the process. You forgot who you are. You forgot. Anybody? Give me a shout out, a hands up. Alyssa says, I need a good reset. Sitting here with my 6-month-old, that elite helped me get my body ready for that emotional grieving process. Was a huge part of that. Make me cry, Sharon. You guys are so beautiful. Yes, for sure. Okay, so you guys can relate. Took you a while. Thank you for admitting it. For sure. Everybody's saying it. I experienced it too. When I had my miscarriage, gosh, it's going to be like 8 or 9 months ago now. And then for me, a lot came up after that, a lot of anger and then a lot of grief. And, there was this process though that I had to, when I conceived though, I was also in this space of like, my life is great just as is. I'm happy with one kid. This is fun. This is great. I always wanted a second. My husband wasn't totally on board. Our marriage wasn't in the best place for it. We got to a better place. I conceived, honestly, without entirely trying. How about that? At the age of 44, naturally, and quite easily. And that was amazing. And then it reignited this thing like, I do want this child. This is very exciting to me. I've always wanted this. But I was okay. I was surrendered. I really was surrendered. And then I felt like God or spirit or the universe came in and lit me back up in this way that's beautiful and gorgeous, and it reignited this in me. But for a while after that, I went through this disconnect. I was mad, I was pissed off. Why did this happen to me? What do I really know? All the things. And so I have a program it's free, that's launching on Monday, that I'm going to tell you guys about, but I want to give you the backstory as to why I created it. Anger, grief, depression are huge triggers for me. Huge. Another woman says, was a huge disconnect. I was stuck on a hamster wheel of needing another baby. Exactly. And I had been there too. And that was part of like the divide in my marriage, because I was very much like, we need to do this. And he just wouldn't even let me try, so that was that. frustrating. And so I think after the miscarriage, I had a lot of anger come out and a lot of but releasing all the emotions helped me reset my fertility. I feel so much more connected and in my zone now than I have, I think, in years. And so a good friend who, helped me through the miscarriage had said to me, you're going to need to create a program around miscarriage. You're going to need to help women with this grief. And so it was on like my team's list of things to do, right? So, Beth, she's my head of communications. She kind of manages all things along with me. Um, she said, "Oh, remember, you want to do that miscarriage, the free mini series, free mini course on miscarriage. You were talking about it in August." And so I was out for a walk and I was kind of meditating and I was like, it's not about miscarriage. Actually, it's just about grief. I don't care if you've, and I mean, I say this lovingly, like if you've never been pregnant, if you've been pregnant 4 times and you still don't have the baby, if you took too long to meet your partner, or if you're single and you still want a child, like, if it just didn't go the way you pictured it, it's not about miscarriage. It's just about grief. It's just about processing, releasing. So what I'm calling this program is called Reset. Did I say it was free? Because it's free. It's 5 days. And you get a video from me every day about a topic and a meditation. And it's just meant to help you reset your fertility. So I came up with an acronym around the word reset. It's release. So the release, day 1 is all about, let's acknowledge the emotions that we have and work on releasing them because they are burdening us. They are hurting us. So someone says, I need to surrender to a lot that has happened in the past year. Yeah, don't we all? Like, no matter what is going on in your life, we all have these things that have happened. Life has happened. And it's not going 100% according to plan. I mean, it's going according to like the plan from above, the universal plan. There is a plan and it will one day make sense. But we need to release the anger, the judgment, the sadness, the sorrow that we have against the plan as it is unfolding. So that's the R, that's day 1. Then day 2 is about shedding the ego. Working through, the ego likes to keep us in pain and suffering. The ego likes to sabotage. So, ego conversation. Day 3 is about surrender. So, surrender is not giving up. Surrender is accepting what is. This is where I am at. Is it exactly where I want to be? No. Am I totally thrilled about it? No. But can I accept it? Because the moment you accept it, you release the judgment. You release, right? So you work on the release, you work on the ego, then you get into the surrender. The moment you accept your life for what it is, it just dissipates a lot of pain and pressure, and that you should, you could, you need to, blah, 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 blah. You should have been there, and look at her. She's over there, and you're not. You're such a loser. Your body's broken. This thing isn't working. I got to try this. I got to try that. Maybe I'll take that antioxidant and that one too, because this woman took 7 of those antioxidants, and that's what got her pregnant. That is not surrender. That is forcing things. You are forcing. You are efforting. Surrender is the opposite of efforting. Surrender is saying, this is where I am. And I'm going to release, I'm going to let go a little bit. And I'm going to let the guidance and the support that I need come to me. Doesn't mean that there doesn't require effort or some changes, but surrender allows you to receive. When you're efforting, when you're trying so hard, you are not receiving. You are, in fact, pushing things away. So that's day 3. And then day 4 is about excitement, which some of you want to kick me when I say that. But when you surrender and you accept your life for what it is, then you can start fucking enjoying your life again. That's what you deserve. You need to have fun along the way. You can't decide to be happy when you get the thing you want. That's bullshit. And that's so limiting. That limits you on every freaking level and holds you back from your true self. So we are going to learn to have fun along the way. And then day 5 is getting into the knowing, trusting the knowing, owning the fact that you do have hope, that you do believe in your body, And you have been called here for a reason, and you're going to bring this baby through somehow, some way. Okay? You will give birth to something, or you will bring this child in somehow. There are a lot of ways to make a baby. You release. Deepak Chopra says, from point A to point B, there's a million ways you can get there. None of your business how you get there. Just know that you will get there. The surrender is between point A and point B, because when you surrender, you then receive the guidance. So if you guys want this reset program, you got to go to aimeeraupp.com/reset, sign up. It kicks off on Monday, and every day you're going to get a video and a meditation from me. And it's fun and it's free, and it's just something I want to do for you guys because I know that I could use it, and I figured you all could too. So I want to hear what some other people say. Excited for this. The timing seems perfect. It doesn't matter the circumstances. It's all about grieving that this doesn't look like the way we thought it did. It would, exactly. I had actual anger around giving up egg whites the first time I did Purify. I totally feel that I had so much anger around, this is so funny you guys talking about, I'm so guilty of this, not receiving, trying so hard to have hope. I need to surrender. Yeah, let's see. Love it, love it, love it. You guys are sweet. This is so true. Oh my God, so weird. I was just talking about this yesterday, knowing I need to know surrender and not knowing how. Well, look at this. So dive in, Ms. Fit. So exciting. Thank you so much. Thank you, Aimee. You are my guidance coming to me. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I really need this. Looking forward to it. Need some calm. So there we go. So that's all I want to give you guys is some calm, some peace in the process. They're simple 10-minute videos and a meditation. Just open your mind up to the possibility. I think that's the biggest thing too, that like, it is grieving that life didn't unfold exactly how you wanted it to, or it's not the way you thought it would look. But it's that plus shifting to say, and I'm open to the possibility of how it will unfold, not whether or not it will. So it's not if it will, it's when it will. But, and I'm so excited to see how it comes to fruition, right? How it comes through versus there's only this one way I can do it, and this is how it has to be. And, you know, all of these things, and also seeing a greater purpose. There is a greater purpose. I don't like to see the suffering or the pain at all. It sucks to witness it. I hate that part of my job. But I will say this, you know, that truth about the lotus flower blooms out of the mud, you know, so it's like there's just some shit, and then boom, here comes this gorgeous flower out of the dirt, out of the muck, you know. And so there is this rising up, and there is taking back the control and the power. And at least, at the very least, you have power over how you think, the story you tell yourself, the food you eat, the supplements you take, the people you surround yourself with. You have control over all that. You don't have control over, like, is it this month that you're going to get pregnant, or is it in 10 months from now? You don't have total control over that. There's some magic in there. Can you add the link somewhere? Yeah, so you can also just DM us, but it's aimeeraupp.com/reset, RESET. Oh, and Facebook, we put it up here. So Instagram, just DM us or just go to aimeeraupp.com/reset, okay, and get on the list. And all we're going to do right now is collect your email. On Monday, you will get information about the videos, and then there's a watch page, and they're going to start going live. One will go live on Monday, then Tuesday, then Wednesday, then Thursday, then Friday. So there's 5, and each video has a meditation. Yay, somebody already signed up. All right, you guys are awesome. Let me see. Is there a link to sign up? Trying so hard to have hope. I know. Hope. So maybe don't try so hard. That's another thing to think about is, don't you just already have the hope? Like, you're here, you're involved in this conversation, you're still talking about fertility, you're still thinking about this baby, you're still showing up for yourself in these ways, maybe taking your supplements every day, maybe eating a certain way, maybe meditating, you know, watching things like this. So isn't the hope apparent? That's what I would say. Like, maybe, you know, and I think even that, like, trying to conceive thing, it's like, maybe we just stop trying so hard. Maybe we just surrender, accept where we are, and know that that's enough. and then receive the guidance. It's so hard to surrender when time is of the essence. Sure, but that's a story you're telling yourself. That's the ego getting involved. That's your doctors telling you you're too old. Because is time really of the essence? You know, I do this exercise with myself all the time. Like, how old do I feel? How old do I look versus how old I am? Um, and even if like you feel that pressure, that's okay. I'm not saying you're wrong. Acknowledge that. Just say that to yourself, to your life, to your body, to the baby if you want to communicate, if you go that far. Meaning the spirit of the child is just like, so I'm getting ready. I'm very eager for this to happen. I do feel the pressure of time. So I want to, so it is that thing of like, I want to receive the guidance and get us there as fast as we can, right? So acknowledging that, but also asking yourself, are you walking around every day with this conversation of like, time is not on your side, time is not on your side, time is running out, you are getting older by the second, oh my God, your eggs are all bad, oh my God. Like that is going to age you and impact your egg quality in a not great way. So I want you to get control over that. It's not to say that those thoughts will totally go away, that it's not about perfection, but can you catch them and can you soothe yourself of like, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. That's what I say to myself. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Not exactly how I thought it would look. I've had to do my own grieving over that. I think we all have. There are some things that are better than I thought, and there are some things, yeah, that aren't quite there yet. I haven't given up hope, though, by any means. But just sit with yourself in that pain and that angst instead of trying to like run almost with it or even against it or fight against it, or be mad because I waited too long or my partner wanted to wait or I didn't meet him until I was this age, right? There's like, that's the unpacking that you need to do around that story because it is a story. And it's not entirely true. That's one thing that's our ego. We need to check that. The ego likes to remind us of things that aren't necessarily true, and then we fall into it. So anyway, it sounds like the reset will be a good program for you, for certain. So anger, grief, let me just see. The videos will appear every morning and be available to watch all week if you miss a day, but they won't be available forever. That's a very good point, right? We're only going to keep this series up. I don't even know for how long, but probably through the end of the week, through the end of the weekend, and then the videos are going to disappear. So you want to sign up, you want to watch them. You don't have to watch them in real time, but you make sure you get them in by the end of next week. And so just go sign up and take advantage of this free reset program that I made for you guys because I love you guys and I want to support you in this process. And remember, it's going to be release, ego. So we're going to check our ego, surrender, excitement, trust in the knowing. Okay. If you guys have any questions, just Instagram, you can private message us. Facebook, you can message us here. The Instagram, you can message us for the link, aimeeraupp.com/reset. Facebook, we put the link up. Remember, it's not going to be live forever. So you got to sign up and ideally watch it in real time. All right, guys. Love ya. I'll see you next week. There we go.